This is Riverside X Studios, and in today's video guys we're going to be doing a review of the recently released isotope software called Neutron. Now Neutron detects your audio and make intelligent decisions on what it should do. So we're going to open it up. I'm using Logic here, so we're going to open up the plugin. And first things first is you'll be opened with this window here. Now this is the main window for Izotope Neutron. As you can see here at the top, we have these different tabs here. Now this is essentially your plugin chain. It has the EQ first, which a lot of people use first in their plugin chain, and then it's got a compressor followed by another compressor, and it's also got an exciter and a transient shaper. Now isotope can also be used as an EQ, so you can actually make adjustments yourself as you would normally do with an EQ. But the great thing about this software is it analyzes your audio and makes a decision on what it should do. So what I'm going to do for the purpose of this video, I'm going to just go into Apple Loops library, and I'm gonna bring up a instrument loop. Alright, let's go into guitars, and I'm just gonna have a listen to what we have, okay? Okay, so this will actually do for the purpose of this tutorial. So this will do for the purpose of this tutorial. So we have a acoustic guitar, alright? So a lot of people have trouble sometimes getting the right EQ or compression for an acoustic guitar. So obviously now we've got Neutron on our plugin chain, so we'll open it up, and first things first is what you're going to do is you're going to hit this track assist button, and basically what this does is it feeds the audio into Neutron, and then Neutron then takes a short amount of time to detect the audio and then make a guessed or accurate decision rather on what the settings should be. So we're going to play the audio and then hit the track assistant button. Okay guys, so as you can see, Neutron has made this decision here. So it's used the EQ, and it's added some notch here, and it's done a cut down here and then a boost up here. It's also added a compressor. Now the compressors in Izotope Neutron, they have vintage mode, and they also have a standard type of compressor. And the great thing about this guys is it also has multi-band compression rather. So it's also split the frequency bands up into 3, and you can see where it has done this by just looking at these tabs here, and this is where it's decided to set the parameters, and then it's added a medium ratio of 4:1, and then a mix of 100%, and then also another compressor where it's just compressing these frequencies here, and it's put like a 50% mix on that part and then 100% mix on that part. Another great thing with this software as well is that it also detects what mode. So I put in a guitar signal, it's actually detected that it's a guitar instrument, and it's got other detection modes such as drums and percussive, bass, guitar instrument, vocals, dialogue, and just clean. Another thing as well is it's got a 3-band exciter, so you can excite different parts of the frequency spectrum within your audio file. So for this it's done around 5K and upwards, and it's done a tape exciter, and it's also got 4 different types. So you have retro, tape, warm, and tube, and then you can bypass that, you can solo it, and you can also blend as well how much of it that you want into the signal. Last but not least, another thing that it uses is this transient shaper, and this is perfect if you want more punchier drums Now, the next feature I would love to show you guys, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another audio track, and I'm going to import another audio file. I'm going to add in a drum. So let's have a listen to this. Alright, that will do. So now I've got two tracks in my session. One of them being the acoustic guitar and another of them being a drum beat. So I'm just going to play it. A great feature about Neutron is it has a masking feature. So once you've got your Neutron on the instrument that you want it to work on, obviously you can name it as well, so I'm just going to put AC guitar, and that will stand for acoustic guitar. And what it has is if I just go back to the equalizer mode, it's got masking, right? And what this does is if you have another instance of Neutron in your DAW on another instrument, what it will do is it will use the two signals together and then make an intelligent decision on what frequencies each other of the instruments are playing around the same. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put another instance of Izotope Neutron on the drums now. Now this might not be the best example because this is actually a drum loop, but I'm just going to use it for the sole purpose of demonstration. I've got this now. I want to see what frequencies are clashing together. So if I go to my acoustic guitar and I go to masking, in fact I'll go back to my drum loop and I will have to do a track assistant first, and this will then make an intelligent decision. Okay, so it's also detected it as being drums and percussive, so I'm just going to put that as my drums. Alright, so this masking feature basically will detect frequencies which are clashing together. Okay, this is something that a lot of engineers have to spend a lot of time with and carefully finding, you know, which frequencies are playing together. And conventionally what you would do is you would obviously load an EQ on each channel which you want to compare, and you put an equalizer on both of them, have the two equalizer windows up on the screen, and then look at the frequency analyzer and then see where the wave is high on each one, and that would, you know, suggest that you would cut either one so that it would create more room for the other. So the great thing with this software, Izotope Neutron, is it actually does that for you. So if we go to acoustic guitar, open up Neutron, and then what we're going to do is go to masking, right? Go to masking and then click on this drop down menu and then hit drums. And then what we're going to do now is we're just going to play, and it's going to detect, and you'll see where it's detecting because it will have these red bars come up in respect to where the frequencies are clashing with each other. Alright, so I can see that we have some frequency clash around the bottom end, and another good thing as well is you can set the sensitivity, so it might just be a little bit higher just to have a look. Right, so there's a lot of clash with the acoustic guitar and the drums at the low end. So in fact what I can do is I can make a decision whether to cut the drums or the guitar, and in this instance obviously it would make more sense to cut out some of the low end from the guitar. So what I can then do is I can actually control both of the instances of Neutron on each instrument within one, which is really great. And yeah, so for this masking feature what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just do a simple low cut, and I'm going to cut it just at 100 hertz. Okay, and now let's have a listen again. And as you can see guys, those red bars have gone down now, as I have created space now for both instruments to play together without frequency clashing. So those are two of the great features of Izotope Neutron. The track assistant, which makes an intelligent decision on what EQ cuts and boosts, compression and transient shapers, exciters to use for your input. As well as that, Izotope always has great interfaces. I mean, the EQ is really nice to use, and everything can be organized, so you can label each one here and you can see the input, the output, and also another great thing, the presets. So Izotope products always come with nice presets, and as you can see, they have a ton here. They've got ones for bass, they've got ones for drum buses, individual drums, guitars, a mix bus entirely, and then you've got other things like sound effects and podcasts. So this is a really good software. I mean, for people who are learning mixing, I would definitely recommend this. I mean, this has increased and sped up my workflow twice-fold at least. So it's a really great software. And another thing as well, let me just go into settings. So this software is not CPU hungry, but I do tend to find that once you use it on more than, you know, a handful of tracks, it does add a intensity to your CPU. So what you can do to combat that is, if you go to the equalizer section, you can actually take off show spectrum, and that will take off the EQ analyzer. And EQ analyzers in live mode do always tend to take a lot of CPU power. And yeah, I mean, these are just the settings here that you can have for each one. So it's really great. And then they've got their social media links here, metering, you've got short term and peak, RMS and peak, and then just general here. So I mean, that's my review on this product, guys. I definitely recommend you try this product out. If you head over to the Izotope website, I believe you can get this on a trial, and it will definitely speed up your workflow. If you're a mixing engineer already, it will even better your workflow. If you're new to mixing, this is the perfect plugin for you. I 100% recommend it. I'm not endorsed by Izotope by any means, but I just really wanted to share this one with you guys, and I hope this video has helped you. Once again, if you've liked this video, smash up the thumbs up button, drop a comment if you have any questions, and don't forget to subscribe to Riverside X Studios channel for future updates and videos.